I'm conscious.
Now what?
What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Yeah. Hold it. What you talking about, doctor?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Derek Dunlap here. Welcome to another episode of I'm Conscious. Now what? New life. Another new life. I remember not too long ago, I used to always say, I just feel so happy for a new day. But now I realize that every day is actually a new life. And I was just sitting here, I get here half hour before I actually go live. And I just meditate and get my thoughts together and get centered so I could start from a centered space to receive the frequencies and energies from all around the world. We got people from all around the world joining us live, and a lot of you are really jumping on the replay. So today I decided that we are going to focus on 3 density, the 3D. I understand a lot of times we talk about, the dimensions and parallel timelines, and we're energy and higher self and, astral projection. And, that's cool. But in my meditation this morning, which I always seek direction for my higher self on what energy or what frequency to project on the live streams in this platform, because this platform is for specific people at this specific time. Okay, this is not by chance, and it's not for everyone. It's for specific souls inhabiting here on planet Earth. And it showed me, I saw this image. It was so vivid. I saw this image of souls just struggling, being snared, held captive consciously in 3 density, striving to ascend and break free from the snares of 3 density. And a lot of these souls, including myself, were quote unquote conscious people. So higher self today said, go back to the basics. And I'm going to be sharing some information today, and somebody will receive it directly. I'm feeling it. Somebody is going to really break free today. When I say break free, I mean, you're going to open up some energy portals to allow new energy to come into your aura. It's going to be a great show. I want to do some maintenance today too, because the last couple of weeks I was like checking out, the live stream numbers, and I'm like, wow. I even said it on the last show that we get more people catching the replays than we actually, get live. And it was given to me that YouTube, really fucked us around. And I appreciate YouTube, because YouTube allows me to use this platform to connect with you guys. But YouTube is really fucking us around, ladies and gentlemen. They do not want this information to get out. So the reason why our numbers have been cut in half, like right now we have 15 beautiful people that are watching this live. And what YouTube has done for a lot of conscious channels. They call it the fake news channels now. They've like blacklisted our channels. All of our subscribers, people that have subscribed to I'm Conscious Now What or the Derek Dunlap channel, a lot of you are not even being notified when we go live or when we upload videos. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to walk you through the process on how to really never miss another live broadcast so we can all get connected, because we become scattered, okay, in 3 density. All right. The war is fought in the spiritual realms, the etheric realms, but it's manifest, right, in 3 density. And the numbers that I saw in my meditation this morning was like, dude, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of us unconsciously are still snared and afflicted in 3 density. And I'm not saying that as like a poking at you or, I'm just saying that because that's what I'm viewing and feeling from the reflection of 3 density. So our videos today, we're going to chop up some videos, meaning we're going to watch a couple videos. Well, one video, and then I'm going to recommend you to watch another video. And we're going to break free. We're going to get to some basic things. We're going to open up some eyes today and answer some questions of why we are, in the state that we are in on 12/21/2016. Now, let me just say this also before we dive into this. This Sunday, okay, is that quote unquote very, very special day in America and a lot of countries all over the world. Okay, it's Christmas. So I'm sitting here today and I'm juggling. Should I go live on Christmas? Same time, same space. And there was a part of me that was like, fuck it. Yeah, I'm going live to try to go against that energy and that frequency of Christmas. Now, someone asked me, Derek, do you celebrate Christmas? And I thought about it. And I would have to say not directly, but indirectly. Let me elaborate a little bit. Me and my wife in our household, we don't, put up Christmas trees. We don't acknowledge it in that way. The lights, the trees, wrapping gifts, and things like that. We just don't do that. As a matter of fact, we were talking today and my wife was like, honey, how do you like enjoying quote unquote Christmas 365? You know what I'm saying? We practice to let our love and our energy shine every single day, 365. You understand what I'm saying? So I have a wife that's on one accord with me. So we don't celebrate it in our home. But at the same time, I try to push and observe the free will of all. Okay? And there's a lot of people that celebrate Christmas. My mom celebrates Christmas, right? And my mom wants and expects to see her children on that day. So that's why I say indirectly. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't look at it just because, you understand, I don't see it. I look at Christmas from a different perspective now. You understand what I'm saying? I understand that some people need to be dictated when they should love, or to remind some people, hey, today, this day, we're all going to practice love. You know what I mean? Because some people do. They look forward to Christmas because they families coming together for one day, for that, from Christmas into the new year, because we're so scattered as individuals. You know what I mean? So indirectly, I do, with Christmas, and I'm just keeping it real. I don't show up with all of the wrap gifts and all of those things, but me and my wife, we clean up on that Black Friday day. That Black Friday day is when we just buy shit that we are gonna buy anyway. And we just take advantage of the days and the day after Christmas. You know what I mean? Because what I find is so many families, and there's so many families, single families now. Families are divided. And it was some numbers like 19% of the population is still paying from the merchant for the merchandise that they purchased last Christmas because of this binding date. You understand what I'm saying? That's the part that I don't like about the Christmas day. And plus all of the confusion and all of the man-made things added to that day, you know, like the Santa Claus and all that shit. And you know, it's just another day, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't poop and shit and scoff at people that look forward to this day. So that's why I was kind of juggling. Will I go live? I might go live Sunday, but if I don't go live Sunday, you know why. You understand? I might be over my mom's house. So, you know, there's a lot of people in town. I'm not going to be the Scrooge. I let people have their free will. Okay. The phone line is going to be open today, 734-230-2744. Now, let me share my screen. I want to show you what's going on with this YouTube thing right now. All right. How they're screwing us around, man. And I'm so glad that I picked up on this. Let me share this screen. All right. So this is what's going on with YouTube, okay? Now, a lot of you are subscribed to I'm Conscious Now What? And you're also subscribed to my channel, Derek Dunlap, all right? So what YouTube is doing and been doing now for the last, I would say 30 days, I just caught it, but I actually saw my audience just become disengaged with. I get a lot of comments. Oh, I didn't know you were going live. Damn, I missed the live. You know, even a comment today, the first comment was, I'm so glad I caught you live today. And I was thinking like, damn, why aren't you catching our live streams? Let me show you what's going on, okay? So up here, I'm subscribed to I'm Conscious Now What? So I'm just going to unsubscribe for now. So here's the process. A lot of people, you've already subscribed. Okay. So I'm going to click the subscribe button right now. Just by doing that, right, you're subscribed. But what YouTube has done is they put this little bell here now. See, excuse my language, but this is fuckery right here. If you have not yet subscribed and push this button, you see this extra step? These are the notifications from I'm Conscious Now What? All right. This is what's going on. This is why you're not getting notified when we're going live. And this has cut half of our audience off, especially on our live streams. Now you have to click this box, sending me all notifications for this channel. Okay. You see the fuckery? And this is for a lot of conscious channels, really all of the channels, because of we've been blacklisted now as fake news. All right. So now you have to save this. All right. And as you can see up here, the bell is ringing now. So now I will be notified every time I'm Conscious Now What? Uploads, even uploads. You wouldn't even know if I uploaded a video. Okay. So everybody is scattered. This is what happened to our numbers. And I'm glad I got this understanding because I didn't know what was going on. I just knew that the numbers weren't looking too good. But now I know. So if you have subscribed to Derek Dunlap or I'm Conscious Now What, make sure you click on the little bell. Okay? Click that bell so you can get notifications of our live streams. All right? All right, cool. So we've taken care of that. Now we're going to go over to I'm Conscious Now What? We're going to dive into these videos. We're going to chop these videos up today. And we're going to be focusing on what's going on in 3 density right now, what you should be conscious of. Okay. Because what I've been finding out is a lot of people are trying so hard to become conscious, and it's cool getting all of these other dimensions and astral project and, you know, reach their higher self. And they have no fucking idea what's going on right here in Earth. In 3 density. They're unbalanced, don't have a clue of what's going on. So they're kind of snared. All right. So if you didn't know, you can come over to imconsciousnowwhat.com. Okay. And all of our videos are here. This is our live stream. And I'm going to come down to this video right here. And we have what's called conscious news. Okay. And this is where I'm going to be coming from today, out of conscious news. And we're going to dissect this video together, which was uploaded yesterday. And I'm going to be pausing and stopping the video because it was created with artificial intelligence. So sometimes the language is not real clear. So we're going to dissect this together, and we're going to get on part and bring you up to speed of what's going on in 3 density. Because once you become, clear and conscious of the affliction and the opposing thoughts and energy that we are, experiencing right now, right? It's very, very difficult to break through and get understand it from the etheric realms and the astral realms. Okay, so let's jump into this. I'm gonna hit play now.
Greetings, citizens of the world. We are being exploited and looted by an elite. We have created an economical order that only benefits a few, while most of humanity is doomed to live tired, stressful and meaningless lives. Our environment is being destroyed, our waters polluted and our food poisoned. How can we allow to be so easily enslaved by a few? How is it possible that billions of human beings are exploited by a minority, and nobody seems to care about it? How come we have become so disengaged and so unconcerned towards the problems around us? Why is it that the masses have become so apathetic? Where are the revolutions? Why we don't stand up and face the rulers of our life? Clearly something is going wrong. And in this video I will reveal what is it. The problem is that since the day we are born we are targeted with a variety of mind control techniques that have achieved to create a population of non-thinking and concerned human beings. We have become cattle. And in this video, that I hope the viewer will have the patience to see, I will reveal the 9 most used techniques by the elites to enslave our minds and keep the exploited population under control.
Okay, so, and I won't pause this that much. Okay, so just to give us some, substance of what you're about to experience. This goes back to a lot of shows that I've done already, and this video just came out yesterday. So this is confirmation to me that we are collectively on the right frequency as far as the 3 density and the energy that I'm picking up here. When I told you that we're born into this dimension, and this dimension, this 3 density right now is being manipulated and controlled by a few. And, ladies and gentlemen, I like to call them interdimensional high conscious beings that are remote controlling your consciousness and are, getting you to project your reality based on the information that you take in 3 density, the things that you listen to, the music that you listen to. We did a whole show on the music. We did a whole show on what you watch on television. We did a whole show on living out of your imagination. Okay, so we're like cattle here. We are taught everything in 3 density. We're taught how to live. We're taught how to think. And so just really, really focus in on this video. And you can find this video. You can watch it by yourself when you have spare time. And you won't have to hear my mouth or my 2 cents and really take in, because this video is like right super duper on point of what's going on in 3 density. Now, I don't play these videos to entice fear. That's not my intent. My intent, as I always say, for giving you any information on this platform, is to raise the level of consciousness, one soul at a time. Okay, so they're going to run off 9 things right now that we all face every single day. And I just want to make sure my brothers and sisters on I'm Conscious Now What understand what we're up against in 3 density. Okay, in 3 density on the earth for all you astral projectors. Okay, you're not astral projecting 24 hours a day out of the illusion of time. You are grounded on earth. All right, we're still grounded on earth, so it's very important we know what we're facing on earth. All right, here we go.
Which we call either ideological subversion or active measures, активные мероприятия in the language of the KGB, or psychological warfare. What it basically means is to change the perception of reality of every American to such an extent that despite of the abundance of information, no one is able to come to sensible conclusions in the interests of defending themselves, their families, their community, and their country. It's a great brainwashing process.
One reason why the masses are so calm is because they think they are free. They do not realize they are not. The political system has been set up in a way that makes us believe that we have choice, that we can vote and decide the fate of our country, but that cannot be further from the truth. The true rulers of our nations are the financial elites who control the banking system. Since long time ago, the elites have created a political system that gives the masses the illusion they are free, while the bankers pull the strings hidden behind the political arena.
I did a video on
Child
this.
said once, "Let me issue and control a nation money, and I care not who makes its laws."
The owners of this country are the voters of this country.
You're wrong about that.
Aren't the owners of this country the voters in this country?
No,
elected
they're
George Bush?
not. Listen, politics, these elections are a charade. It's a charade.
Okay.
They are not true. I'll tell you, just listen for a minute. Learn a little something. Elections and politicians are in place in order to give Americans the illusion that they have freedom of choice. You don't really have choices.
2. We are being constantly entertained. One key to maintain the masses under control is to keep them distracted. You can rob the people, and you can poison them. As long as they are paying attention somewhere else, they will not.
Okay, so this is what I was telling you, ladies and gentlemen, about artificial intelligence. These damn smartphones and this damn internet. Okay, that's why my it's not that I don't love you, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm just not on social media like I once was every day. I don't jump online every day just to, watch a bunch of videos and things. It throws my frequency off too much. All right, because I understand now that this artificial intelligence is ruling this 3 density right now. And to be aware of this, you just go outside of your home and just walk around, go to a store, and everybody got their face in a cell phone. This shit is addictive, ladies and gentlemen. You can see people driving in their cars, in their fucking cars on the road, driving, looking at a cell phone. Artificial intelligence, we already talked about this, okay? And I already made a video on the election, remember? About the Democrat and Republicans. So this video is just catching us up here at I'm Conscious What to validate that everything that we are talking about is what's really going on. I'm not just making this shit up, all right? This information is so important to you that the creator of this video is using artificial intelligence because they don't even want their regular frequency attached to this, because YouTube is coming at us. The kebab is coming at us, conscious people now, right? It's spiritual warfare. I'm just doing my part. I'm on the front line now. So I'm responsible for getting you, ladies and gentlemen, this energy. Here we go.
Realize it. The elites will promote and fund any kind of technology or entertainment that will keep the masses distracted and busy staring at a virtual world. They will flood our societies with pornography, video games, and
Look at this
drugs.
shit.
to ensure that the unhappy citizens turn to these distractions when they are unhappy and bored, instead of turning against the elites, the cause of their unhappiness.
And why is that? It's the Roman circus. What does the emperor do when the people become restive? When the people are asking questions, and when the people don't like the policies of the emperor, he sends them to the circus. He creates a circus. He builds a giant coliseum. Then he begins to throw the Christians to the lions. He has great chariot races and football games and basketball games, all to keep the idiots preoccupied with things that don't mean anything in the scheme of the entire world.
It's all fucking folly.
So that they don't have the time to learn what the truth is. So they don't ever be smart enough to learn how they're being manipulated. So they don't ever question.
Another tool used to keep the people apathetic towards the exploitation is to dumb down the population.
Dumb down. Here's that word I use, ladies and gentlemen.
Well-educated population. That would be too dangerous for the current socio-economical
There go
order
that pyramid.
benefits the elites. As John Rockefeller.
Okay, remember, ladies and gentlemen, you can go to I'mConsciousNowWhat.com, okay, and go to our video episodes. Click on episodes. I broke this whole pyramid down already, okay, on a video. I already broke this shit down. And this video just came out yesterday. And they're using artificial intelligence. When somebody uses artificial intelligence, all right, you know that information is some deep information. They don't want to attach their frequency to it. Okay? All right, so we already broke this down. So after this video, you can watch this video again without my voice stopping and pausing the video. But all of this is important to understand 3 density. Once you master and understand 3 density, okay, then you'll just skyrocket your ascension of getting up out of 3 density and ascending. But a lot of you, I found out that a lot of us, I'm not going to even say you, right? We don't understand what we up against here. You see what I'm saying? So how we going to get out of here and we don't know what we're up against? We just don't understand. Okay, let's move on.
Miller said, I don't want the nation of thinkers. I want the nation of workers. They want you
slaves.
to be ignorant, to be stupid. They don't want you to understand how the economy works. They don't want you to think by yourself. What they want is to ensure that you know so little about the world that surrounds you that you are unable to realize that you are being looted in front of your eyes. To achieve that goal, they will place you in the educational system, where you will be indoctrinated to become an obedient citizen. By the time you will have finished your education, all your intellectual curiosity will have been killed. All your passion for learning will be gone. And all you will have is a deep lack of knowledge about the world that surrounds you.
Don't you worry about that. We're going to lower the passing grades. That's what they're doing in a lot of these schools now. They lower the passing grades so more kids can pass. More kids pass, the school looks good, everybody's happy, the IQ of the country slips another 2 or 3 points, and pretty soon all you'll need to get into college is a fucking pencil.
I love this guy,
got a pencil,
George Carlin. He's kicking real shit.
Then everyone wonders why 17 other countries graduate more scientists than we do.
4. Another tool they use is brainwashing. They will use the media, the advertisements, the education, the movies, to instill in your mind aspirations, attitudes and behaviors that will turn you into a non-thinking creature. They do not want you to care about the world. They don't want you to be altruistic. They don't want you to read books. What they want is to implant in your mind values, preoccupations and complexes that will turn you into a selfish, materialistic and ignorant creature who will be easily exploited by an elite.
Social messages are promoted through movies and drama, high drama, through the fixation of emotive sequences, emotional sequences, not logical, factual sequences, but pushing points across in an emotional way which register and fix in the mind. So emotional.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it here, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a great image that you hear me talk about a lot when I talk about ego. Remember on a prior show, this is a great image. This is first person perspective, right? Remember I told you were your consciousness, and remember we talked about the ego being energy patterns. energy, thought patterns, right? And those energy, right, that emotional center, those energy thought patterns that we create daily helps us to what? Project through the eyes, right? This is great fucking content, right? Through the eyes, our reality. So this life is like a movie to us. We're the consciousness. That's the emotional center, right? In the brain, right? And the consciousness is observing everything in first person. That's why you hear me say all the time, nothing ever really happens to you. You just perceive it to be that way. That's how you perceive what you're viewing and observing. Okay? So yeah, a lot of this, right? This is good shit.
Content is very, very important, rather than going through an actual discussion or an argument using logic and facts. There's no debates. And when you're being downloaded through fiction, your guard is down. The sensor part of your brain is not in action. It isn't saying, yes, I agree with this, I disagree with that, as you would in a debate or a lecture. You're actually in an alpha state, being completely downloaded with new ideas.
5. Another weapon they use to mind control the population is through implanting hatred in their minds. The elites don't want a united population. That would be too dangerous for the economical order. They need the masses to be divided and to be confronted with each other. We live under an economical system that is unfair for the majority of the population. Unhappiness and discontent will be rampant among the citizens, and the elites don't want you to turn against them. They don't want you to realize that your unhappiness stems from the unfair economical system they have created. And to achieve that, they will bombard you with propaganda and lies to persuade you that the real problems you experience come from someone else. A common scapegoat blamed by the elites tend to be the immigrants. We can see now in US or in United Kingdom how the immigrants have been the main topic of the political debates, when the real reason of the hardships we are going through are the greediness of the bankers.
Now, to balance the scale, I'd like to talk about some things that bring us together. Things that point out our similarities instead of our differences. Because that's all you ever hear about in this country is our differences. That's all the media and the politicians are ever talking about, the things that separate us. Things that make us different from one another. That's the way the ruling class operates in any society. They try to divide the rest of the people. They keep the lower and the middle classes fighting with each other, so they, the rich, can run off with all the fucking money.
That's right.
Fairly simple thing, happens to work. You know, anything different, that's what they're going to talk about. Race, religion, ethnic and national background, jobs, income, education, social status, sexuality, anything you can do, keep us fighting with each other so they can keep going to the bank.
6. Another used by the elites will be fear and terror. Sometimes the elites require the masses to be scared. Sometimes the establishment need to wage imperialistic wars, or need to curtail your rights to keep the masses subjugated. And to achieve that, they will put you in such a state of fear that you will eventually allow your government to wage a war or to curtail your rights.
Okay, just let me pause here for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. This fear, okay? This is why it's so important. And I experienced this even with our channel going now, right? Nobody is absent from this attack, this spiritual, these frequencies, this energy that's being pointed at us, and just, we're all sitting in this energy. And see, this was the main reason why I just don't jump online anymore. You know, when I'm quote unquote bored or don't have anything to do, I just sit and be still. Or I purposely, you know, feed my mind what I want to project. I'm conscious of what I'm taking in now, because they're pushing all kind of fear and shit through this internet. You see, with all these damn brand new conscious channels, and you got, you know, they project a lot of fear, right? And we know the powers that be, they rule us from fear. All these fake wars and all of these, you know, all of this fear shit. You know, don't fall for the fear, but, you know, this videos so you'll know what's going on, so you'll know how to play the game a little bit. That's all we doing here, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I don't just sit on Facebook, because there's a lot of fear, a lot of garbage on there, a lot of garbage. So I think what I'm saying is protect what you allow into your consciousness, what you're focusing on. All right. All right, let's move on. We almost there.
So that you can feel safe again. To scare the citizens, the elites use mainly two methods: propaganda and false flag terror attacks against their own population. 9/11
To this
is
shit.
one of the many examples of terrorist attacks
Manufactured
against the population
terrorism.
orchestrated by the elites
Damn.
to terrorize the masses and manipulate their minds. A clear example of propaganda to scare the ignorant masses was that Iraq, the poor country devastated by 1 decade of U.S. bombings, had weapons of mass destruction.
Ballistic missiles, chemical or biological weapons of chemical or biological attack, nuclear holy warriors, nuclear program, nuclear weapons, nuclear weapon, nuclear technology, biological, chemical, or a nuclear weapon.
7. Another way to keep the masses subjugated is to make us believe in a fake reality. The history has been twisted. The news are giving us a biased view of the world. The music industry is brainwashing us with stupid messages. The documentaries are lying at us. The elite controls all we see and all we watch.
Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, you hear me say this a lot. That 3 density is just an illusion. It's a holographic projection. Okay? This AI is a motherfucker. Artificial intelligence. It's causing us to project make-believe realities. You know, Facebook is a frequency that we tune into, but it's artificial intelligence. It's not physical, ladies and gentlemen. We're being controlled and manipulated from technology. Okay? And we're being tricked into this is making us better as quote unquote human beings. But in fact, you got to see it from this perspective to understand. You can't see this one dimensional. It's handicapped. In a minute, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to even have to drive the fucking cars. We're just going to push a button and the cars are going to take us to whatever destination that we need to be. We're not going to have to prepare any food. We're not going to have to we're going that way. They don't want us thinking. Why? Why don't they want us to think? Because I told you guys before, they don't want us to consciously think. They want to hand us everything. Remember the life starter kits? We create our realities by the things that we focus on, what we think about. So if they can just provide us enough things to think about, then they're controlling the realities. We're not thinking on our own. We're just picking. We pick what we want to watch out of the day. We pick, you understand what I'm saying? What we want to eat. You see what I'm saying? So this is why meditation is so important. Meditation is so important because you're actually taking the time to unplug from these virtual realities, these artificial realities, and sit in realness, life, to sit in the life and return to the void and start over and reset. And we're coming into some times where this, you know, I'm just talking for myself. I have to restart now 5 and 6 times a day now. Just, whoa, shit, let me restart, right? Go center and just meditate. It don't have to be for hours, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Because I'm fucking around in these artificial intelligent realities like Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and Twitter. Just doing this show, I'm exposed to a lot of different frequencies. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on.
They are cleverly manipulating our worldview to turn us into controllable and ignorant beings. To keep the masses subjugated is indispensable to make them live in an illusory world. Otherwise, they could find out their condition of slaves. The elites need to create a fake reality to give them the illusion they are free.
We'll tell you any shit you want to hear. We deal in illusions, man. None of it is true. But you people sit there day after day, night after night, all ages, colors, creeds. We're all you know. You're beginning to believe the illusions we're spinning here. You're beginning to think that the tube is reality and that your own lives are unreal. You do whatever the tube tells you. You dress like a tube. You eat like a tube. You raise your children like a tube. You even think like a tube. This is mass madness, you maniacs. In God's name, you people are the real thing. We are the illusion.
8. Another tool used to keep the masses in a deep state of ignorance is the censorship. The enlightened people are killed. The free-thinking journalists are silenced. The whistleblowers incarcerated. And the teachers who speak the truth are fired. That's the modern and liberal societies where most of the masses think they live. Through censorship in the media industry and in the educational system, the elites can prevent the masses from waking up and realize that they are living in a prison. We are basically free-range slaves.
Well, I've been a journalist for about 25 years, and I was educated to lie, to betray, and not to tell the truth to the public.
You hear him, ladies and gentlemen?
But seeing right now, within the last months, how far, how the German and American media tries to bring war to the people in Europe, to bring war to Russia. This is a point of no return, and I'm going to stand up and say it is not right what I have done in the past, to manipulate people, to make propaganda against Russia, and it is not right what my colleagues do and have done in the past, because they are bribed to betray the people, not only in Germany, all over Europe.
9. Another tool to control the masses is through keeping the citizens busy since the first day they can start thinking by themselves. A human being with free time poses a threat for the system. Free time would allow individuals to think, to develop passions, to wake up spiritually. That's too dangerous for the current socio-economic order. If the elites want to exploit the masses, they need to kill the individual. They cannot allow you to develop your own personality and think by yourself. To control the population, it's a must to keep the citizens busy and with no free time. Then they will become...
Okay, keeping us busy with no free time. The illusion. We talked about this. The illusion of time. You guys and girls, remember me telling you it was just an instrument, a tool used to keep you preoccupied. Work. That's why time was constructed. Work. You always got to look at that clock. Oh, I got to be here. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do that. 3 density is very competitive now. Have you really become conscious to that? Everything is competitive. Being number one, being the best. You understand what I'm saying? This is constructed. It's constructed. And what's happening, I don't know if you've been noticing this in your own projections, in your own imagination, right? As soon as you break away from these mainstream frequencies, you become ostracized. You're the weirdo because you're thinking for yourself. You see what I'm saying? You're the weirdo because what the fuck you mean you don't celebrate Christmas? You see? What do you mean? That you won't provide that child with a Christmas? Why would you do that to that child? I hear it all. As soon as you jump out of these mainstream frequencies, you're the weirdo. You're crazy. Because this is what we have become. This is what I mean by dumbed down. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying don't be productive, but I'm saying we have the ability and the power, right? We could reverse this shit in 1 hour if everybody start thinking for themselves. 1 hour, seriously. Because that's, hey, listen, that's what's projected, that this kebab is going to come down when they say the destruction of the United States, meaning in order for the kebab to come down, there has to be a worldwide destruction. And this is what I'm trying to prepare you, ladies and gentlemen, for. A cashless society. See? But a lot of us are not ready for it. And you know, I'm talking this shit. But I have to even test myself. Am I really ready for a cashless society? To get rid of money? which for 46 years I've been using to try to get ahead. Are we ready for a cashless society, or are we just blowing smoke and talking shit because that's what it's going to have to come to get these 13 families that's been controlling everything out of there? This fiat currency, this monopoly money that they controlling us with. We killing each other over paper money with no value, with nothing backing it. This is what's running us and dividing us. Let me go on.
Robots. They will not know themselves. They will not know who they are or what they like. Have you ever wondered why so many people is lost? Why nobody seems to know what to do with their lives? If you turn the people into zombies who don't know who they are, who do not have values, then you can easily exploit them.
So if you want the truth, go to God. Go to your gurus. Go to yourselves. Because that's the only place you're ever going to find any real truth. Man, you're never going to get any truth from us.
As we have seen, if the masses have become so apathetic towards the misery, the poverty and the destruction around them, it's because there are very powerful individuals and institutions who are using a wide variety of techniques to control what we see, what we learn, and what we think, in order to control our minds and create a population of submissive, apathetic creatures who can be easily exploitable.
The scientific dictatorship understands what makes human beings tick. They understand our psychology. They've studied it, and they're using it against us. But the minute the public awakens to the fact that there is an agenda to manipulate them, and the second the public realizes that they are being conditioned and controlled, the establishment begins to lose that edge they got over people. So all I ask viewers to do is to think for themselves.
We have become cattle. The earth have become a farm. Now my question is, are you a cattle, or are you a human being? I hope this video has somehow helped the viewer to become a little bit more awake. We are anonymous. We are a legion. We do not forget. Expect us.
Turn off your television sets. Turn them off now. Turn them off right now. Turn them off and leave them off. Turn them off right in the middle of the sentence I'm speaking to you now. Turn them off.
Okay. So yeah. You can watch that video in its entirety over at I'mConsciousNowWhat.com. Okay. You just come over here, scroll down, and you can watch that video without my big mouth. Now, I'm just going to recommend another video for you, ladies and gentlemen, to watch. Okay, because you're going to have some time. I'm going to be uploading some more content to the channels, but I'm still debating on, and this is just with myself. It just depends on how the energy is around here. Got a lot of family in, you know. So don't be surprised if there's no live stream on Sunday, but I might surprise you. Okay, just because I feel like doing it. All right. So now what you're going to have to do to get over here to the insider reports. This is where the good stuff is on this channel. You have to see I'm logged in. It says, hello, Derek. So I can click on this link and go to the insiders reports. If you just come over to the channel and you don't sign up, you don't have to purchase anything. I just want you registered to be able to get inside the insider reports and get the information that I have for you. Okay. It's you know, I make you jump through a hurdle just to bypass a lot of the naysayers. So come over to the insider reports. And there's a button here. If you want to watch Bubba, this is where you can find my good friend, my good soul, Bubba Dumbass. Okay. You just click on that red button and it takes you to all of Bubba Dumbass's content. It's all here. It's archived. All right. It's inside of the insider reports. Okay. But now I want you to come to this video right here. Hold on. No, not this one. Let's go back. See this scroll? It's a lot of content in here, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. All right. I'm recommend that you watch this video, Endgame Part 2, the Antarctic and the Atlantis. This is very, very, very good content. And they're really explaining. This is by David Wilcott. I don't agree with everything that David says, but I think he's right on point with this 3 density thing that's going on, this manipulation and he goes very, very deep with Corey Good and this new galactic policing that they're doing. I have my own take of what's going on, up there in so-called space, that they're policing our universe now. I have my own perception of it, but they really touch on, trying to bring this kebab down, and why everybody is snitching on everybody. And, with this new energy that's coming through, see, they're trying to cloud this energy, trying to fuck up this new energy that we're getting to keep us divided. This is their last shot. When I say they, those 13 families that's been dominating us in 3 density, okay, been cheating us, using us for our energy. All right. So over here, what's cool, you just, you click on this button, and you can play it right from here. Okay. I don't want to play it now, but yeah, come right over here and you can blow it up. All right. That's I'm conscious. Now what? All right. So yeah. Let me come back over here. Stop sharing. Okay, cool. Let me take this time now. I'm going to open up the phones. Let's just do some conscious chatter. But I wanted you guys and girls to a lot of you know this stuff, but I want to remind you of what's, what we up against in 3 density. We got a lot of help, unnecessary help, of creating and projecting our own reality, our lives, and our imagination. There's a lot of things that's being unconsciously shot into our imaginations, and that's why we're projecting some of the things that we're projecting, and we sit up there like, where the fuck did this come from? In our meditation stuff, that I remember I used to do this a lot. Like, where the fuck did this come from? And it was just frequencies that I was picking up, spending a lot of time in artificial intelligence. You see what I'm saying? A lot of the pornography, that I used to struggle with was coming through this goddamn internet, this artificial intelligence, implanting, downloading a lot of things unconsciously, right? I catch my wife a lot of times. My wife thinks all of this shit is funny, right? She has some of her best laughs at some of the things that's projecting, on the internet. My wife is not really an internet person. She's kind of new to the internet. A lot of this shit don't even exist to her, and she'll come with her little laptop and play some certain things to me, just cracking up, crying, tears in her eyes, because it doesn't exist in her reality. And I remember sometimes catching her, the first thing in the morning while she's preparing our breakfast, certain things and energies are playing. And I'm like, honey, don't start your day off in this mayhem. You know what I mean? And she would just look at me and she would get it. Don't start your, your new life off listening to this garbage. I know it's entertaining, but it's not time for that. You see what I'm saying? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So you could call in 734-230-2744. We could do some conscious chatter. I'm going to allow those of you who want to utilize your platform to come in and, throw your 2 cents on what I was talking about today. It's our platform. But now you, ladies and gentlemen, kind of understand why our numbers been down. A lot of people, not even mine, just a lot of people, conscious people, their numbers. I got a couple phone calls this week, and a lot of people's their channels have been totally deleted. Okay, so we're blessed to still be going live. Right now, let me run over to the chat. See what we got going on. Right. All right, so you guys already know I love you. I'm live in the chat right now. And thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. I'm just doing my part. I'm trying to restrict my woman. Hey, it's a hard time trying to restrict a goddess. We don't, me and my wife have a very, very unique relationship. A lot of people, and it's not for a lot of people to understand, because me and my wife were best friends for a very, very long time. So our foundation is so strong. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to restrict my wife from anything. What I do as being her best friend, and she does the same thing for me, we just advise each other and let each other enjoy the frequencies that we center on. You know what I mean? I just, she never had heard of Jerry Springer and all of these different shows. You know what I mean? So the first time she would watch it, she couldn't believe all of the fuckery that goes on in this world because it's not in her reality. She don't, project that. So it becomes comical and entertaining for her. But me being the multidimensional being that I am, I know that there's certain thought patterns that are being planted in her subconscious, in her in her unconscious mind. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of these reality shows are very, very low vibrating shows. You know what I mean? And they're implanting, fuckery in what you're projecting. So I just advise her, and she'll look at me and she's like, you know what, you're right. Because sometimes she would, start off the day watching certain programs, and I would find myself asking her, what's wrong, honey? You okay? Because I know her frequency. I know the frequency that she normally vibrates at. And it's always usually down. Honey, you okay? What's wrong? And it's from the shit she watches on the internet. All right. Let's see. I missed the heart. Oh, I missed the hearts. Damn, can we get the hearts going again? I love my hearts. Those hearts is what keeps me going, right? Let's get the hearts, and let me just start doing the shout outs based on the hearts, okay? YOLO, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hearts. Thank you, YOLO. Antonio, thank you for the hearts. Green Shiz, thank you for the hearts. Dizzy, thank you so much for the hearts. Chris Garner, thank you for the hearts. Come on, show me some love. Give me some more hearts, ladies and gentlemen. Where the hearts at? Thank you. Christian Gross, my man. Thank you for the hearts. Yvette, thank you so much. Yvette is in the house. Georgia, thank you, Georgia, for the hearts. Is this Sir Boss? Thank you. We got 2 Antonios now. Antonio number 2, thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you so much. So listen, the phone lines are open. I want to do a little conscious chatter because, as you ladies and gentlemen have noticed, the last couple of shows, I get out of here. I try to leave the phones open for you guys, but a lot of you guys just love this chat. If anyone wants to attach their energy to the platform and utilize the platform, phone lines are open. 734-230-2744. Anybody want to talk about Christmas? Your views on Christmas? Do you want to talk about 3 density? Some of the things that you are experiencing? Now is the time. Now's the time. Derek XD. All right. Don't forget, those of you who weren't able to catch this live stream, go over to I'mConsciousNowWhat.com. Right up under this live stream, there's links, all type of links, right? Click on that and you can actually watch the videos, the 2 videos that I recommended, uninterrupted by my big mouth. All right, I'm waiting on that. I just feel like somebody wants to call. There on the fence. Can you answer my last question on your last live chat? What was it, YOLO? Ask me the question again, YOLO, because I have a hard time keeping up with this chat. Excuse the dogs. Somebody rang the doorbell, so they're barking. asked me the question again. Derek, I'm 15. I had exams for 2 weeks and I'm doing really bad in school because in class is so clear to me that what I'm being taught is nonsense, but you know, I still need to do good. Yes, YOLO. I'm sorry, this is Ebony. Ebony, I've been there, done that. And because you're still under the supervision by the laws of this world of your parents, I'm not going to take to the authority to give you my well, you know, my perspective on school. You know what I'm saying? School is not all bad. It does prepare you to, you know, maneuver and to excel in 3 density. But school by itself cannot be your only foundation. You're going to need that spiritual side has to be developed too. And you're doing that because, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 15-year-old. I'm 46. And you guys know how imperative our youth is, right? If I was on I'm Conscious Now What right now on a live stream when I was 15 years old, man, I would be so freaking enlightened. So you're already doing consciously. See, a lot of things, Ebony, you don't understand, but you're here. You're getting this information. You just watched a video today on this live stream that most 15-year-olds right now are playing video games. They're in a artificial reality playing video games and, you know, watching YouTube. And so you let me give you the bell. You're doing good, Ebony. You're going to figure this matrix out very, very, very fast. Okay. Let me see if I can catch it. I hope I answered your question. Somebody. There you go, Chris Garner. You telling her the truth. She got a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? I'm 46 and 4 years in the consciousness. She's 15. That's fucking amazing. You're welcome, Ebony. It was kind of long. Where do the dead go? So YOLO, that was your question. It was kind of long. Where do the dead go? We just did a show on that, Ebony. YOLO, I'm getting you guys mixed up. YOLO, we just did a show on that. Where the dead goes. We just did a show last week. So Ebony, YOLO, go over to I'mConsciousNowWhat.com, click on episodes, and just watch the live stream, the video on where the dead goes. Okay, so this is what you do, YOLO. All right, I'm gonna make you a proposition because she said, yes, I left a question on that episode. My phone number live, I'm gonna test you to see how bad you want your question answered. It's 734-230-2744. I'll give you the opportunity to call in live and ask your question. And I will definitely answer it because it's kind of long and it's probably too long to type into the chat. So I'll give you that option. Okay. All right. So I'll give you that option. I love you guys. I love you. Let's get over here to the phones. I hope this is actually a live call.
Yes, may I help you?
Yes, you're live with Derek Dunlap on I'm Conscious Now What?
Hi, Derek. This is Omar. How you doing?
Omar! What's up, man?
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm really liking your show, man. What you doing? You know, and I got a couple questions, Derek. You know me from some time back and all, you know that. But what I'm doing is I'm experiencing a lot of fear now with, you know, the new Obama administration, the planet, and what's going on, and again, I'm a wannabe internet marketer, so I'm there, I'm watching, the conscious channels, world information, the all going on, man. What is your solution?
That's kind of a wide open question, but I'll try to touch on, and I know from being an online marketer and, with this new energy coming, the solution, my friend Omar, is becoming one with self. And what I mean by that, and this is what I had to do, Omar, because, and I'm glad you called in. Omar remembers when I was knee deep in online marketing. That was my life. I used to chase that money, right, Omar?
Right.
He remembers. He was on some of my teams doing network marketing, and all I lived for was just making money. And, I had to go through that to get to where I am now. You know what I'm saying? I realized that the money that I was chasing was non-existent, and I really didn't have any control over this money, which I was putting all my heart, my will, and my desire in. Omar, we don't control the money now. Everything is coming to, it's not even really fiat currency right now. It's becoming digital. And I know you're in that digital currency thing. See, I don't touch that now. Not because I think it's a scam or nothing like that, Omar. You notice I pull back from all of that. It's because as soon as they make the currency digital now and it's not physical, we totally out of control. With the push of a button, they can take everything you own. You see what I'm saying? Everything with the push of a button. That's why I never did the Bitcoin and all of those, because that's control. It's convenient. It's new, right? But the same people who are giving us this Bitcoin and all of these digital currencies, they tied into the 13 families. You see what I'm saying? So what I did, Omar, and you right in Detroit with me. What I did was I just realized who I am from a spiritual standpoint, not a religious standpoint. I fought to keep my balance so I can still communicate with you guys, not going in too far and not, not becoming what they call crazy, right? Because I realized I still gotta reside on this fucking planet Earth. And I just started following my joy, man, what makes me happy. You understand what I'm saying? Because the cars and the money never made me really happy. It was a temporal happiness. It just gave me more opportunities. You see what I'm saying? Money gives you more opportunities to do things in 3 density, because 3 density is ran by money and status and who's number one and who's the best. It's competitive. You see what I'm saying? That's just this dimension that we live in. But when I found out on my journey is when I just followed my joy and just did shit that really made me happy, and taking the money, out of the picture, my life started changing, man. My vibrations started rising. And the money still comes, Omar, and I don't even focus on it like that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Money still comes. I'm still, dude, I don't lack anything. Nothing. I don't project lack anymore. I don't lack anything. You see what I'm saying? And one of the cutest comment I ever got was, well, Derek, if you're this guru, I'm not a guru. I just keep it real on these calls. I'm a recovering alcoholic. I used to be homeless. I failed miserably in my life 5 times, started over from 0. I don't claim to be anything but a soul experiencing life on this planet. But I know what's going on now. We don't control nothing, Omar. So the only thing you control, Omar, is your perception of what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? At any minute, any second, everybody on this live stream, and you have to look at it like this, can quote unquote lose everything physical. Now you ain't gonna lose your life because you consciousness. You'll still be consciousness, but you can lose everything physical in this dimension because it's artificial intelligence now. With the push of a button, they can shut off all the goddamn electricity. You see what I'm saying? And because we become dumbed down, a lot of us don't even know how to make fucking fires. A lot of us ain't got, listen, this pagan ass holiday coming up, and that's what I call it. And that's, that's how I really truly feel about it. And we going out, we spending thousands and thousands of dollars on gifts and shit. And there's nothing wrong with that. Do you? And a lot of us ain't even.
So you saying don't worry about my daughter, you know, she's 12 years old and, you know, I'm not real able to buy her all the stuff that she wants for Christmas or even get her entirely anything. So don't even worry about that. I'm not caught up with it.
You know why, Omar? Because I know that I see the time that you put in with that little girl, and time is priceless. Let me give you an example, bro, right now that you said that. But to answer your question, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. That girl loves you to death. I have 2 children right now, and I've made a lot of money in my life. And I used to try to buy my children's love, and they're all grown now. My kids grown now. I used to just put that money in place of time. You see what I'm saying? I would put that money in place of time. I thought I could just slide them some money or buy them gifts and they would love me. Children don't give a fuck about money right now. All they really care about is, do my daddy love me? And the time you spending with her and telling her you love her. See, you going to be that man in her life that she going to want to marry. You see what I'm saying? You going to be that man in her life that she's going to want to marry. See? So who cares, man? I ain't get, listen, I don't get, you know, the last time Christmas is a beautiful day. I found the good in Christmas, the pagan holiday Christmas. You know what's good about it? That you can get one day that everybody's vibrations for the most part rise. You see what I'm saying? One day that everybody's vibration rise and we quote unquote happy. But it's temporal happiness, because what happens right after that day on Christmas, the majority of people then went into debt for no reason. And these 13 families then got richer. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. I feel better. That's good.
Man, don't feel no kind of way, man, because you feel like you don't have an extra $2,000 just to blow on one day. It's Christmas every day with you and your daughter. I used to see all y'all pictures that you used to post online and you hugging her and she right there while you doing your video. Man, that's priceless, man. That shit is priceless. Money can't replace that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so Derek, tell me, okay, so I'm not going to hold you for too long, Derek, but I like to. Yeah, so Derek, tell me more about your Patreon channel. How can I participate in that? You know, the meditations that's on there. Would that help me? Think, you know, I mean, you always been my guru. You know, you're what got me into this internet thing. I want to be like you. I tell everybody, Derek Dunlap did it. I can do it too.
Yeah,
follow you all the time.
Yeah, my brother. So the Patreon thing is just a way. The reason why I set up the Patreon, because I get a lot of people like yourself, and I'm glad you called in, Omar. A lot of people ask me, Derek, what can I do? Because they really dig the channel that we have, because this channel is unscripted and anybody can call in and we can talk about this. All Patreon is a way for people to, if they feel led, to donate financially for our channel. And what those funds do, we're going to build our own social network, Omar, an application, an app where I can go live on that app and we can bypass YouTube and Facebook. We'll have our own social media platform where they can't disrupt our live streams and the content. Because right now, Omar, I'm handicapped. I can't really say what I want to say or they'll shut our whole channel down. I won't be able to go live. You see what I'm saying? So Patreon is a way for people who love this energy that we create here. You see what I'm saying? To just put $5, $10, whatever you feel led to put on there. And that helps us buy our own shit. You see what I'm saying? So we don't have to depend. And I don't touch that money, you know, I don't need the money for my own personal reasons. I ain't cut like that. That's just for us to do what we doing here. The people that enjoy listening and chatting, our chat be off the hook. It's the same 20 or 30 people every week that get together collectively in our chat. And it's nothing but love, man. They answer each other's questions. And the people that are led, they call in and we talk about things like what me and you talking about. Now, let me finish answering that question. As far as the meditations, brother, out of everything that I've given you in our relationship, the number one thing that I can give you right now, which is priceless, is just learning how to meditate. You know, sitting with Omar and finding Omar's frequency in meditation, because people ask me all the time, Derek, what's better, prayer or meditation? and just on my journey, I'll tell you, meditation has been better for me than prayer. And I'll tell you why. All right. When I used to pray, right, I used to pray from I'm speaking now. I'm speaking English. I used to always pray from a space of lack. What do I mean by that? Lord, help me get more money. Lord, help me pay my bills. Lord, help me do this and that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm praying for my ego. See, for my ego. I'm praying from things that I'm seeing in the three-dimensional realm, which is a mirror of your imagination. See, by the time it hits three density, Omar, it's already didn't happen. You didn't already thought about it, and it's projecting. You're seeing it. Everything that you see in your reality right now, you didn't already thought about it. You can't change it. Once it hits three density, you can't change anything physical. So how do you change things? From your thoughts, from your imagination. So your future, what they call your future, won't keep repeating, your present. All right. So what meditation does is, in meditation, you don't say shit. You see the difference? You sit. You be still and you wait. You go back to your.
So Derek, let me ask you this though. Like, would that be guided meditation? Because again, when I sit on my own with my repetitious thoughts, those lack and those needy and those negative thoughts still come up even when I'm still. But with a guided meditation such as the ones you offer or something like that, would that be better for me?
Okay. It depends on what you define as better. Now, let me address your first question first. It's mandatory. That's great, man, what you just said, right? Those thoughts, man, those negative thoughts, they keep coming up. No, meditation is not a space that you go to get rid of your thoughts. Eventually, you will be able to, but you want those. You know why those thoughts is coming up, Omar? Those negative thoughts?
Right, sure.
Because your conscious mind don't understand good or bad, right or wrong. Your conscious mind, your subconscious mind is saying, Omar, what do you want me to do with these thoughts that you attached all this emotion to? It gives you what you focus on, what you think about, what you attach emotion, what you worry about. It doesn't understand English, right, wrong, good, bad, right? All it understands is what you will and desire. And this is why so many people lack, because they believe that all they do is focus on what they lack. And so what's happening is you're projecting lack, and it's looping on you. You have to imagine what you want to create in three density. When you was a child, Omar, you used to imagine shit. And as we've, come through this vicious system that we come through, we don't imagine nothing no more. We don't turn the social media off and the phones and just sit down and just imagine what we want our life to be like. Just going into our imagination. We don't do it anymore.
Oh,
see?
Okay.
Imagination.
That makes sense.
Yes, brother. I'm giving you the real. I'm giving you the real. You have to imagine, right, what you want your life to be like. And I'm just saying this from perspective. If you're imagining your life with a lot of riches and things, and that's okay. It'll come. The money will come. But you heard me talk about on a prior show, a lot of us aren't ready to handle the frequency of $1 million. A lot of us can't even budget $1,200 a month right now. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is, brother. See, I went through that, man, on the internet when I was going down to that casino and drinking and I was a whore and all. I put mine out there, man. I did a lot of foul stuff with money because I had more possibilities with all this money. See? I didn't understand it. I wasn't ready for it, man. And I just keep it real. See, a lot of us can't budget $500 a month now. You see what I'm saying? But we trying to manifest $10 million.
You see, right? I like that. As far as using my imagination, that's the answer, right?
Dude, that's everything.
I can still imagine. I don't have to listen to the voices. I can see what I want. I can imagine what I want.
There you go.
And stay focused on that.
You see how easy that is? You create your reality from your imagination. You've been taken away from your imagination. You don't imagine shit no more. You just take whatever you're projecting lack, right? And you stuck in a life loop of lack because that's what they projecting. Okay, I'm gonna keep it real with you, all right? And I just tell it like it is, right? They've taught us that we were, quote unquote, where did black people come from? White people and all that. Now we conscious that we brother. We was taught that. We was taught that. If you had to fill out something right now to ask you, what's your ethnic? Just reminding you, you black, you white, you Hispanic, you Korean. There ain't no such thing as that shit in the imagination. The imagination, we could be whatever we want to be. But in 3 density, we're limited. We don't use our imaginations anymore, man. So if you want your life to change, start imagining. Cut all the shit off and just sit down, light you a candle and some incense. And the reason why candles and incense is so important, I had to understand this too, is because you're creating this sacred moment. Every time you smell that incense and light that candle, you know it's time for you. You understand what I'm saying? It becomes habitual, man. You just know it's time for me to chill and just relax. It sets the mood, the tone. I like lavender. You see what I'm saying? And the more you tune into the show, we can get a little deeper, right? But you can go over to I'm Conscious. Now what? It don't cost you anything. We got archives of videos right there. And we got the insider reports just so you will know what's going on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was there. I watched the ones about the aliens and everything. It's really interesting.
You on point, bro. You on point. As soon as don't.
Yeah, and Derek, I can also use that VIP app for free, man. I'm a partner there. I got unlimited apps in this live stream, iPhone and Android. So,
okay,
I'm not doing anything with it. I haven't done anything with it. So, we can talk about that later. You can email me and get started with it. I can at least contribute that and, like stay conscious and follow my imagination and do what I love. So I really appreciate you, brother. Thanks
no problem.
And I'll be calling back, man. And just for to get out here and let everybody else know this is a good guy. Don't be afraid to call in. Don't worry about how stupid you may sound, and there's no questions that we can't talk about or what you want to answer for you.
All right, brother.
Thanks a lot, and God bless everybody. Have a great day. A happy holidays for those who celebrate.
All right,
thanks.
Peace of love, brother. Peace of love.
All right.
It's always, man, it's always good to hear from my brothers that, see the change and, that are just searching. Because we, and that's why it was so important to do these basic live streams and to reiterate the basics. Because there's so many people out there that don't know the basics. And sometimes we get so technical and so advanced. We have to, especially us as conscious people that are ascended, sometimes we got to turn around and just reach our hand out and grab somebody on a lower vibration and bring them up to where we are. We have to come down in frequency to reach those who are vibrating lower and just stick our hand out and say, come on, brother. You see what I'm saying? Omar just made my day. Let's get another call here. 74230-2744. Phone lines are open. Hello, you're live with Derek on I'm Conscious. Now what? Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, Derek. It's Yolanda giving you a call. YOLO.
Hey, YOLO. How you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great now. You took me up on that offer, huh?
I did. I called in twice, but you had the other caller on the line, so.
Well, I'll get back with you. That's what I love about my little phone system. I'll call you back, right? I'll reach out to people, and I'm just so. Are you a first-time caller?
No, I had called in once before when Ryan was on about the mirrors.
The mirrors.
Yeah, I had spoken to a shaman when I had an astral projection about mirrors.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny.
That was.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That was like a couple of episodes ago, a while back.
Okay. Now you had a question, right? That was too long to type in the chat that you wanted to ask me.
I did, and I'm going to go back to look at it real quick. It was about when you were talking about your friend when you had astral projected And your friend that passed away was still stuck in the reality of the 3D realm as to where he was at.
Okay.
And the question that I asked, I said, if a person has perceived an outcome of how they die, then when they die, will they continue the things that they did in 3D, or will they be aware enough that to know that they died, and they will move on into whatever their perception of after death is? Or maybe the conscious person, if they're conscious, consciously aware, when they die, will they move on to whatever, will they be able to move on, or will they be stuck? How do you know, like, if a person knows that they're dead, or if a person doesn't know that they're dead? You know what I'm saying? Where do you move on to?
Okay, now let me just give you my perspective on that, because there's no one answer to that, because we're all projecting our own realities, and we're all just a little chip of consciousness. Okay, from my journey right now, all right, this is what I'm getting, right? And everybody's going to be different. If I quote unquote, all right, and I'm not an ascension master, if I was detached from my body and I no longer needed this body, that's what I call it. I'm aware of speaking spells, right? If I no longer needed this physical body, if my time was up in this physical body tonight, right, and I detached from this body, from what I'm experiencing now, because I've been projecting every day for a long time now, I would know death doesn't exist. I've alleviated. I know I never die. I'm consciousness. You understand what I'm saying? So, because when I'm in the astral realms and I have lucid dreams, I have to do reality checks in 3D now. My wife would tell you, I have to look at my hands. Sometimes I touch walls because I can't distinguish the difference. Am I? Okay, yeah, I'm in 3D, right? Because there's no such thing as death. We just shared the physical body. So what I'm experiencing is my consciousness is my consciousness. It's my consciousness. So if I died, I probably wouldn't. My friend didn't know he was dead. And so what that taught me is it's not for me to say, hey, Bob, did you know you dead? Because he's in a non-physical reality, that because I can leave my body, I'm picking up on his frequency. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yo, he's on the frequency. He no longer has that physical frequency, but he doesn't feel any lack. This is what I took from that experience. And there was a part of me, and I had to learn. I wanted to say, hey, Bob, did you know how you going to tell somebody that you communicating with on a parallel timeline that they dead? It don't make sense. It didn't make sense for me. So I couldn't say anything, because he's not dead. See, my perception of death was just off. I'm bleeding into or tapping into a non-physical realm that my friend exists in. They call it quantum suicide. You can go over to YouTube and type in quantum suicide. I don't recommend that, but I understand that now. And what the quantum suicide was, there were people a while ago that were doing a study on, if I took a gun right now and blew my brains out, would I know I was dead, or would life just pick back up? You see what I'm saying? You have a dead body in one reality, but I would go inward to another reality, wondering, just picking back up. See, nobody can prove that, because we're all consciously in 3 density now, but we get little snippets of it every night, and sometimes every day, when we project or astral travel in consciousness or mentalism. Everything is mentalism. See? So from my perspective, I will never experience death. I will always be conscious somewhere. When I astral project, and this is real talk, half of the time when I astral project, I don't look at my body. I don't even look. I ain't never just astral project and went to a mirror and was posing and shit and fixing my hair. You see what I'm saying? I don't do that. My consciousness just picks up in the non-physical realm, which I'm used to being in that realm, my energy body, right? Because whether you're conscious that you're astral projecting or dreaming, is happening anyway. See, every night people astral project and dream. They just not conscious of it when they wake up the next morning. But every night you doing it, whether you know it or not. You see what I'm trying to say from my perspective? So there's no such thing as the death that we were taught. The death that we were taught specifically points at the physical body. The physical body. But if you ever had a dream, you know you don't carry that physical body into that dream state. You have an immortal body that has never died. See, but they don't want us playing around in the non-physical realm. That's why they keep us so grounded to the physical. Who is, when I say they, the agenda that's controlling this physical dimension with artificial intelligence. They give you all these movies, all of these, they keep us in this dimension. That's what I mean. And that's why I tell individuals that everybody has to come to that time to where's your will and desire pointed at? You know what I'm saying? Is your will and desire trapped in 3 density, which we know it don't last. We see stuff changing every day in 3 density. The only thing that's lasts for me in this incarnation is my consciousness. My consciousness it's always been there, whether I've been in 3 density, in a non-physical realm, or a lucid dream. My consciousness has never left me. It's immortal. And that's what I hold on to now. I cling to what's real. It never dies. I've never been dead. And the more conscious we become, we tap into higher frequencies. And the higher the frequencies, the higher our consciousness expands. But one must come to that point where our will and desire is ascension and not competing in this illusionary, holographic illusion that we call the real world. See, we've been hypnotized. We've been dumbed down. We actually think that this is the real world. See, right. We call this life. And we know it ain't, because we see people physically dying all around us. You see, we got to learn. We got to learn. And that's this process.
So people that are conscious when they, shed their bodies, they are aware enough to continue on in ascend, but the people that are still asleep, that have not become aware and conscious, they will continue on in whatever form that they left this 3D world in, until maybe they become aware, or is it until maybe they reincarnate and then they try it again to, ascend or to become aware? I wonder, what would happen there.
Okay, now understand this to help you understand that, because once again, I'm giving you my perspective, because I'm just throwing out different scenarios for you. Okay, now your dreams that you have, your parallel timelines are all based on what you think about when you really dive into your astral projections, your lucid dreams, your dreams when you catch yourself daydreaming. It's all really based on, it's coming from your consciousness, what you're projecting. There's all different levels of consciousness. Okay. So I'm not the person that's arrogant enough to say that I know where no. We have infinity. There's no width and no depth in consciousness. So, but I'm just going to give you an example for me, because I almost died 4 times. I was brought back to life. You see what I'm saying? And one of my times I was life flown in a helicopter and woke up the next day in a hospital. And I think those who experience near death, you'll see the common in near death experiences is, and I just call it, we went inward a little farther than a person that has not, experienced like a non-death experience. We went a little farther inward than the average person, and we remember it. Okay. But if I would have died that day, right, I was not as conscious as I am now. So whatever I believe, what was ever in my consciousness, that's what we're manifesting. So I'm going to give you an example. And I heard this a lot of times. A lot of people die and they see this light. Now, where did this light come from? Right? We've been taught about the light. The light just don't show up. Whatever you believe shows up. So they follow the light, and the light, A lot of people say the same thing, and we just assume because a lot of people say the same thing that is true. But a lot of people say the same thing because a lot of people follow the mainstream doctrines, which teach the light. You see what I'm saying? So they follow the light. And what I've been hearing is the light is a holographic projection from the moon, that we're in a reincarnation trap. Because when I astro project, I don't follow no fucking light. Not now. You see what I'm saying? I'm used to astro projecting. So if I lost my body tonight, I'm going to do what I normally do. I'm out of body and I'm exploring. My life goes on. I've created in the astral realm my own space that I can go to when I'm calm and focused in my will and desire. I can go to my creations where they're all purple, beautiful flowers and beautiful, clear, transparent waters and jewels and diamonds and all assortments of birds and beautiful black diamond sand. I can go there anytime. I created it through mentalism in my imagination. And so as soon as I get out of this physical body, I'm free to go wherever my thoughts can take me, wherever my imagination can take me. I'm not grounded to this 3 density. So it's based on what you've created. I'll use the word in your imagination that determines your level of consciousness. Now, I say this all the time. If you're Christian, right, you're going to be with more Christians because that's what you believe. That's in your heart. And there's nothing wrong with being Christians. If you're Muslim, all of the Muslims will be together. It's a law. It's a law cause and effect. We attract where we vibrate at. It's funny how this universe acts. If you're a high vibrating person, you'll be with high vibrating people. If you're a low vibrating person, you'll be based on that frequency where you vibrate at, because the universe is perfect. Everything is balanced. See, we think we messing up the universe. That's why you will hear me say everything is perfect. It's perfectly balanced. The universe. You got low vibrating things and you got high vibrating things. You ain't gonna mess up none of these higher frequencies. Why? Because you can't get there unless your vibratory rate matches that frequency. So I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you I know or no, but based on where I vibrate at, I have some amazing experiences in my astral projections. And I've had some very, very different experiences when I was vibrating low. I ran up against some entities that, was trying to do me just like people try to do you in 3 density, manipulate you, steal from you. But it's energy based in the non-physical realm. See, the only difference in the non-physical realms is you're not focused on, at least I'm not. I ain't worried about no money up there. I don't look at my watch in the non-physical realms. It ain't no fiat currencies. It's thoughts. Whatever I think, it manifests instantly, no delay, whatever I'm thinking. So the process is we have to become conscious of our thoughts and our imagination, because we create everything in our minds. We're all chips of the divine presence, the one, the life. There's one life. So that's just my perspective on it, YOLO. And a lot of people agree and a lot of people have different perspectives, but Christians go where Christians believe, because that's what, you understand what I'm trying to say? That's what they believe. That's what's in their heart. Listen, if you believe in hell, God damn it, it's a hell, because you creating it. You done saw the picture of it. You done saw the fire. You done saw the people burning. That's what you believe. And if you vibrating that low and you that evil, then of course you can go to that place. And 2, you can raise your vibration enough to get out of there. A lot of people project hell. You understand? There's a lot of evil people. It is what it is. There's a lot of evil entities. There's a lot of great high vibrating loving entities. That's what balanced the universe. You can't have good without evil. You see what I'm saying? They're one and the same. You wouldn't know good if you didn't know evil. You can't have hot without cold. You can't have light without dark. You can't have tall without short. You see what I'm saying? That's called the law of polarity. One can't exist without the other. They're one and the same, separated by frequency and vibrations. That's the holographic mentalism universe. And we got infinity, YOLO, to figure it out. We got infinity to do this. We're going to always exist somewhere. You never die.
That is beautiful. Thank you so much for
Thank
that
you.
perspective. I love it.
I just did my best on what I have. I can only give you what I've experienced and what I'm experiencing, you know, and that's real. And thank you for calling, okay?
No problem. Thank you. We love you.
Peace and love, my sister. Peace and love. All right. So I do my best, ladies and gentlemen, with, you know, what I have. Phone line still open, 734-230-2744. Let me jump back over to the chat before we shut this one down. I'm back live on the chat. If you have a question, Kristen Gross say religion is for people who are afraid of dying spiritually. It's for those who have already been there. Oh, I'm sorry. Spirituality is for those who have already been there. That's a perspective. Wolfie's in the house. What up, Wolfie? JH, what's up, JH? What's up? What's uppers, man? Just trying to hold down my space, you know, do my part. Keeping the platform running. Loving you guys' energy. I appreciate you guys that are here live today. I really do. I really do, man. Phone lines are open. We're going to shut it down. 734-230-2744. As far as December 25th, those of you who celebrate Christmas, have a great time. Those of you don't, do you? I don't know if I'm going live on that day. I have to, you know, see what the energy is like. I want to. I want to, but I want to respect. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to infringe on the free wills of others, but really I won't be, because you can always catch the replay if I decide to go live Sunday. You know, it's just another day for me. I'm not going to be tied up all day Sunday. You understand what I'm saying? But I think at 1 o'clock, I think my mom is having dinner at 2. So that's the thing. You see what I'm saying? And, you know, I love my mom. I respect what my mom believes. You know, that's her thing. That brings her joy. You see what I'm saying? She smiles when she see her children. She loves us. So that's where I'm at. All right, Derek, you think Trump is gonna disclose ET files? The ET files are already being disclosed. I can't speak for Trump. Trump is very outspoken, but see, I've never reached that level of power, that frequency that Trump is dealing with right now. You know, Trump can only do so much as the president of the United States. I don't know how much energy and frequency he's going to be moving. What I see Trump doing is putting together the same team that's been in the game for a long time. So I don't know. I don't know what Trump is going to do. We're just going to have to see. We're going to find out, right? Derek, since you mentioned the good and the bad being a part of the same energy, speak on clearing karma if you feeling it. Okay. Karma falls under the law of cause and effect. Okay. So you have to understand, when you talk about karma, you have to become conscious of everything that flows off of your tongue when we speak. A lot of us speak a lot of spells on ourselves and other people. You know what I mean? And more in religions than in conscious people. Once you become conscious of what's flowing off your tongue into the holographic universe, it's like a boomerang, okay? And it doesn't discern whatever you put out. Whatever you put out, it's coming back. Whether it's what you call good or low vibrating energy or high vibrating energy, nothing escapes the law of cause and effect. Okay. So I deal with karma as I'm just getting back what I put out. You understand what I'm saying? And I've learned how I know my frequency. I know my non-physical frequency, right? So when I feel, it's feeling. And see, they teach us not to feel. It ain't about how you feel. Well, God damn it, what's it about? What I see? What I see, and I got on glasses, I'm blind as a bat. What is it about? It's about how you feel. That was telepathy. You could feel when somebody walk in the room and they frequency different than yours. You understand what I'm saying? You can feel people in the etheric realms, even if you can't see them yet. It's most definitely how you feel. So karma is just you're receiving your energy back, your energy that you put out. So how do you change karma? Become conscious of the energy that you're putting out. You see what I'm saying? So when I get some low vibrating energy, I don't freak out on, oh shit, karma. I know I'm receiving what I put out. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to take control of our thoughts, of what we're projecting at all times. And it's very, very difficult in the holographic realms that we've been trapped in, because they're always giving us these damn thoughts based on what we're viewing on TV. And now the internet, I'm telling you like this, ladies and gentlemen, and don't take this the wrong way, but the internet, okay, from a perspective that I see, is far worse than television used to be now. Okay. And this is from a perspective. The internet is far worse and more powerful than the old television when it wasn't no cable and it wasn't no internet. You understand what I'm saying? When we had to deal with the news media and all that, because the internet allows anyone. You got millions and millions of souls on the internet talking out the side of their head from perspective. And the more people that attach and agree with these energies, the more these energies become dominant. And I understand energies because I've started this journey of creating my own energy. And I try to change different energies in the astral realm. I see the construct of thoughts from the astral realms. And what I've been viewing is, like, for example, the Christians. I can't change that Christian energy in the non-etheric realm. It's too strong. I can't change that Christian doctrine, the foundation. If you see that Christian energy in the astral realms, that energy, that foundation that they've created through thought and belief, I can't change that. So why the hell would I try to change it in the physical? I got to ride with it or ride around it. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, this shit is deep, you know. There's a lot. The foundation of 3 density is in the non-physical realms, where all things are created through thought and consciousness. All right. People checking out my last words is I love the crap out you guys. Okay, so Sunday, I don't know. I told you guys last week that, and I'm just letting you know, if you jumped on this live stream late, play it back, because a lot of you are subscribed to either Derek Dunlap or I'm Conscious Now What, but you're not getting the notifications that I'm going live. I show you how to click on the little bell next to the subscribe button, because YouTube put some loopholes so you guys can't get this information. And that's why our numbers have just fell off drastically. I get a lot of people like, I didn't even know you was going live. They look forward to those notifications. So now you have to not only click the subscribe button for those of you who have already subscribed. Now you have to click the little bell next to the subscribe button so you can get the notification on your cell phone or get the email that we are going live. Okay. At the beginning of the year, we are going to change the times. All right. Because there's a lot of people that can't join us live due to where they are in the world. And we've been riding like this now for quite a long time. Okay. And for those of you who won't be able to catch us live due to the time change, you will always be able to jump on the replay. You see what I'm saying? That's how we keep it fair, because there's a lot of people that want to jump on the live stream, but the time, this 1 p.m., a lot of people are at work. A lot of people, you know, they busy at 1 p.m., you know, Eastern Standard Time, you know? So we have to make this fair. Okay. So what I want to leave you guys with today is, you know, is a lot of people, and I understand a lot of people want to know where we go from here. I know I was sure caught up in that. That was like my main intent for astral projecting the first time. I just wanted to see if it was real or was it folly, because there's a lot of folly out of here, a lot of shit that don't even exist that people just pulling, you know. Well, it exists because they imagine it, but it's only what they imagine. And I remember the first time I popped out of my body, it just verified a lot of things for me, you know, that wow, damn, I am immortal. And nobody could take that from me. You know what I'm saying? So, but instead of focusing on where we go after this, let's enjoy what we're experiencing now, because all of this is an experience. It's an experience. We're experiencing life from a physical perspective. And you could always find beauty in every experience. Okay? Don't let these MFers force you to think one way. You can find the beauty in everything. You understand? If I lost every dime I had today, you know what would be the beauty in that? Right? There's more money and more wealth for people who've never even had money to experience. You see what I'm saying? So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's do more focusing on becoming more conscious of what we're experiencing now, right at this moment, instead of going out somewhere and missing the moment. All right. I love you guys just the way you are. This used to be my favorite saying. I love you just the way you are. You don't have to change anything. And somebody asked me, well, if I don't have to change anything, what is the show about? What I mean by that is everything is already perfect. All you're doing is pointing your consciousness and perceiving things different ways. So you really don't have to change anything. You're already perfect. You're just experiencing consciousness in an infinite, immortal, eternal realm. All right. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, catch me. Somebody trying to call in. You missed me today. I left those phone lines open for a long time. You missed me today. So I'll catch you on the next show. I love you guys. Peace and love.
I'm conscious. Now what? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Yeah. Hold it. What you talking about, doctor?
This is what my mommy bought me. Peace and love.